Actually, I was raised a farm boy. Grew up on a 625-acre farm near two small little towns called Linville and Spurgeon, Indiana. And so I grew up in a farming community. It's a real tight, close-knit community, and everyone there knew everybody, and they were all your friends.
Had no love. Well, it looks like we're in the same old boat, 'cause I found your bottle with a little note saying you're lonely and almost out of hope.
I think probably my biggest influence would have to be my grandpa Vic. Grandpa was a retired farmer. Or actually, he retired when I was about 12 years old. The farming operation really didn't shut down until probably 10 years later, so I got to help out on the farm, and I grew up still in a farming environment and got to hang out with Grandpa a lot.
It's been there for the longest time. Little house with a picket fence, with a whole lot of love and a whole lot of...
Grandpa was a singer. He was a poet. Knows thousands of poems, and he was constantly teaching me, old Broadway songs like Oklahoma, and a lot of poetry that really was songs back in the 20s and 30s, even back in the teens, that he had learned from his grandpa and his mom and dad. So Grandpa was really the influence that taught me about music and poetry and kind of put that in my heart, and it's been there ever since.
I remember dirt roads and long hot summers, gold creeks and old cane fishing poles, and drinking whiskey with my brother. When he was 15, I was 12 years old.
I started listening to country music when I was I don't know, just a kid. My dad used to have it on in the Jeep. We had a little Jeep CJ5, and Dad had that radio on 24/7, and it was playing country music. If it wasn't playing country, someone would be missing the radio, and Dad wasn't too happy.
But to me, it seems just like yesterday. Down home, sweet home.
I grew up listening to George Jones and Mel Tillis, Merle Haggard, Charlie Pride. That was the kind of music that we listened to when I was growing up.
The memories live on and on and on.
I moved to Nashville back in 1991. I had an opportunity to move here with the company I was working for, and I took that opportunity because it was a chance for me to be closer to music and closer to the business, which is where I needed to be. I needed to be right here, and this is where it had to be.
He was standing on the bridge with a Bible in his hand, said, Lord, I can't take it anymore. The one I love has left me, ran off with Deacon Johnson, and there ain't nothing left worth living for. And that cold, muddy water's gonna wash away my misery and free this mortal soul. And I'll cross over if you'll have a little mercy on a man who's lost it all.
My live stage performance is a pretty high energy type performance. I'm running around everywhere. I use a wireless mic and a wireless monitor, so it gives me the mobility to go, out and around. And even in a stage situation, I still like to leave that stage and go out into that crowd, because people love it when you come up close to them and you get near them and you shake their hand and you ask them to sing with you. I mean, that's just it's something that you can't get by being on the stage and being 20 or 30 or 100 feet away from someone. You need to be close to them to really connect to them in a way that they can feel and understand, and it's personal. It's a personal thing.
Please, Lord, I can't make it on my own. As she reaches for the pills to take away the pain just before she's about to end it all.
think if I had to say one thing about my music that would make people want to hear my music or want to hear me more, I think I'd say that it's been in my blood my whole life. I've been a country boy. I was born and raised in the country, so country music is the kind of music that really touches me. It's a real type of music. Country music is something that I've lived, it's something that I've done, it's somewhere that I've been. And so I think people who like country music are those kind of people. It's what they've lived, it's where they've been in their life, and it's something they can understand.
How about you?
That's my goal, is to bring people back to a time in their past and let them relive it again through my music. That's my goal.